Hi-ho, Culturama. I am Lee Coyne, your host, and we have with us now Maxzine, who's a young artist and singer. She has many talents, and we're going to share her with the general public. So once upon a time, like all of us, Maxzine was born. Where were you born, Maxzine?
Around Portland.
Around Portland. Do you remember the old days, what it was like when you grew up?
Not really. I think we lived in a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Not much.
And when did you first get interested in art?
Probably around 4, maybe 3.
Mm-hmm. And maybe can you give us some examples of some of the early art that you did? I think you have something from when you were 3. Okay,
I have a couple of things.
We have a young prodigy among us.
I have like 3. I don't know where the other one.
This is a real treat in our own backyard. You now live in Tualatin.
Tigard.
Oh, Tigard. The other T.
I have another one, but I only found 2.
Okay, here we go. Okay, hold it up to the camera. It's going to take a close-up, and we're going to see what this is. Okay, this looks like an animal. Is that a dog?
No, it's a dragon, actually.
A dragon?
Very poor dragon.
Okay.
I don't know what happened to his face.
And what made you choose to do a dragon, of all things?
I don't know. I don't remember much when I was 3.
There might be a lot of dragons around your house, or you're dragging your backside around when you're
Maybe
feeling lazy.
I was just imagining a dragon.
Mm-hmm. They're supposed to be scary things. Now in Chinatown, usually in the Chinese New Year, which I think is in January usually, they have sometimes dragon parades. Have you ever been to a dragon parade?
No, actually.
No, okay. Well, it's something that Mom could bring you to in the future and all. So was there anybody in your family or whether it's the teachers, how did the art bug really bite you? How did it all begin for Maxzine?
I don't know, honestly.
No ideas?
No.
Mm-hmm. You just were born with a crayon in your diaper, sort of, almost. Well, I want to make it very like an illustration and all. And so, what kind of artwork are you doing these days?
Mostly fantasy.
Uh-huh.
A lot of animal-human hybrid.
Okay, well, we have an animal here. This is a duck, because you wing it as an artist.
That's
a goose.
Not a duck, it's a goose.
Goose. That's because life is a wild goose chase. Have you realized that? But you wing it. Now, are you a Webfoot fan of the ducks down in Eugene?
I'm more of a beaver fan.
More of a beaver fan, okay. Good. And let's go through some of your teachers. I think you said in the future you want to be an art teacher.
Yeah.
Now, what made you decide on that, Maxzine?
Well, I realized that I got really good at art, and I'm like, hey, one day I want to teach some people how I draw and then how I make art.
Wow. Keep going. I'm listening.
And sometimes I thought about how good my art was.
Mm-hmm.
And I started teaching one of my friends how to do art, and I was really good at that.
Wow.
I really want to become an art teacher, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Now, you probably have had art teachers in school along the way. Was there any particular art teacher that really impressed you?
Well, we didn't really have any art teachers.
No.
Not in any of my schools, honestly. I've only gone to 2 schools, so there's still a chance I can.
You do a lot of homeschooling then?
No, I don't do a lot of homeschooling.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you describe your art technique and how you draw and all? Let's start from scratch. What instrument do you use? Use a pen, a paintbrush? What's your tool?
I use pen and paper and a pencil and an eraser. And I just draw and draw and draw.
Mm-hmm.
I start with the sketch, then I outline the sketch, and then I erase the sketch. But I don't really color things in. I don't have that much colors.
Okay, so you do the outlines, really, of the animals. And tell us a little bit about what animals you choose to draw.
I like foxes and cats because they're fun to draw the ears.
Meow. Do you have a cat of your own?
Yeah, we actually have 3. Ludwig, Domino, and Rosie.
Now you've heard of Walt Disney, I bet.
Yep.
Okay. Do you know why he drew a lot of animals in his cartoons?
No, not really.
I'll tell you the story because I had to do it for a speech in Toastmasters. Once upon a time, I think in the year 1900, Walt Disney was born in Chicago. And at that day, Chicago was a very rough town. There was a lot of shootouts and gangs and mobs, Al Capone and all, I'm told. And his parents said, "This is no place to bring up a kid. It's too dangerous. We want a quieter place to bring up little Walt." And they heard that a cousin who lived, I think, in Missouri had a farm there. So they decided to move near his farm. And Walt grew up actually helping out in the farm, and he got to know a lot of the animals. And that was the influence. So when he became a cartoonist, when he grew up later, he still had the love of animals in his heart and soul. And that's why you see Donald Duck and Porky Pig and Goofy and Pluto and that kind of thing, all from his beginnings.
Mickey Mouse, too.
Mickey
He
Mouse.
was the first character he ever
Right.
animated.
Do you know what Mickey Mouse's original name was? It wasn't Mickey. A lot of people don't know this.
I know it, but I just can't remember it.
Mortimer Mouse. But his wife said, "That's a horrible name. The public will not accept Mortimer. Come up with another name." So his second choice was Mickey. And that's how Mickey Mouse came into reality. I think Steamboat Willie was one of the first cartoons he did and all.
He had a very nice animation style.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite Disney movie?
Well, I don't really watch Disney much. I watch a lot of DreamWorks and Pixar. So.
DreamWorks. So which of the DreamWorks do you like?
Well, I mostly like fantasy and fictional movies. From
Such
Pixar.
as?
There are a lot of scary movies I watch on it, but they're not that scary. They're like little fake stories, like monsters versus aliens.
I was told in one of the Disney movies that one of the scariest ones was Bambi, because I think there's a big forest fire, and I think his mother actually dies, Bambi's mother, and that's very scary to kids, to have your mama die, even if you're
His
alone.
mother did die in one single gunshot,
Yeah.
which is very horrible.
Right, and that's scary for young kids, because they say, "Oh, I hope my mom doesn't get shot." Right? Okay. No, because there's in the same chair where you are is a person who is a Disney specialist, a lady named Candy, and she told us a few weeks ago the story about the Disney cartoons. We did one on Pinocchio and all. So tell us, do you plan to do a future book or an artist movie, or how do you want to use your art, Maxine?
Well, I'm probably going to do a coloring book or a book about, like, a cat or something. I don't know. I may do a book, but I also may not. I haven't really decided yet.
Well, you don't have to make a decision now. I wonder, I'm just thinking in your place, I'm in your shoes, even though they're different size than my shoes. And do you belong to a church?
No, I'm not that.
Okay.
I don't.
Well, you belong to a school.
Yes, I do belong to a school.
Okay, the school probably has a newspaper.
Nope, doesn't have a newspaper.
Well, when you get to middle school, you probably will have a school newspaper, and maybe you can contribute art there. The other thing is, people have, when your friends have birthdays, you could use your art to do original greeting cards. You don't have to go to Hallmark or the others. You just do your own, do-it-yourself birthday cards or anniversary cards or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you could use that, and you could even make a little extra money by doing some things and Xeroxing them or making copies and then selling it to your friends for 10 or 25 cents each. And that way, pretty soon you'll be able to get enough money for college, maybe.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at making cards.
Good, see. And tell us a little bit about your future projects, Maxine.
Well, I'm planning on painting a few things.
Yeah.
Why do I always forget what I'm gonna do?
because you have so much on your plate. You're charging on a million different directions. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to do some painting. Any idea? Would it be painting of fantasy stuff?
Yeah, I mostly draw fantasy, so I'm probably going to paint
Okay.
fantasy.
I wonder if schools would allow young people to do murals on the school wall or at an auditorium or something like that. They may or may not, but that's something to do. And, you know, there may be a place in the local newspaper in Tigard. Tigard must have its own newspaper, right?
I don't really know, actually.
We can find out. I could go online and Google. Tell us about how you got involved in doing YouTube stuff.
Well, I really just wanted to become a YouTube star. I never really had any fame. I was never popular in any of my schools. In any of my 2 schools, I was never popular.
But you wanted to be.
Yeah, I did kind of want to be popular, but now I don't because I realized I would have had so many friends that I needed to hang out with. And I didn't know, and I wouldn't know what time to hang out with them because I would be too lazy to make a list.
Just put delete.
Yep.
Now, for somebody of your age, 10, it's been a long time since I've been at 10, what do you look for in a friend? What's important so that you can choose the right one and you don't get caught with a terrible person?
Well,
You know, let's say you had a checklist. What does a person have to show to you to qualify to be a special Maxzine friend?
they have to be creative.
Creative? Okay.
They probably need to be weird because I'm already weird.
Okay, be weird. Wired to be weird. Go ahead.
A bad thing about a person is when they're snobby and sassy, and I don't like that type.
What type do you like?
I like creative and weird people, but I do not like sassy and snappy.
Sassy?
Yeah.
People who are very critical and judge other people. Now, at your age, do you get peer pressure?
No, not really.
No.
We have a very kind school.
Okay, because I think more in middle school and in high school, people try to tell you what to do and how to be like them, what they call being conformist. That means you kind of like follow what they do and not think for yourself, not be what I call independent-minded. You know what independent-minded is, don't you?
Yes.
To think for yourself. And I think you like to be independent-minded.
If they told me what to do, I'd probably slap them in the face.
Well, say, resist. Okay. But that's aggressive. Are you aggressive?
Sorta.
Sort of, okay.
You don't want to really mess with me when I'm angry. I will punch you.
Arr! How do you deal with your anger?
I don't know. It just passes over
I'll
time.
tell you a little secret, because I was once a therapist, and I had a fellow named Gregory. He was very got angry, had a temper. He was handsome, and he knew it, and he used to kind of like be stuck on himself in a way. So I gave Gregory 2 different pieces of information. First of all, when he gets angry, look in the mirror and see how ugly it makes him, because then he wouldn't be handsome anymore if his face is all red and he's like a monster. And the second thing is, I found out a little trade secret that you're going to tell all your friends. If they get angry, the human body cannot deal with physical and mental pain at the same time. And physical pain usually takes over. So if you get angry, you go to the refrigerator, put an ice cube under your tongue. It'll tell your brain, cool it, baby. Really. And the discomfort of that cold ice cube melting in your mouth and making your mouth all cold will melt away your anger pretty quickly. I bet Mommy didn't know that. Mommy didn't know that. So it's called the ice cube trip. Cool it, baby. Chill out.
My sister likes my sister likes ice a lot. You just give her a cup full of ice cubes and it'll be gone under 5 minutes.
How are you different than your sister?
Well,
Usually
she's autistic.
What?
She's autistic.
Yeah, and what about her personality?
Well, we basically have the same personality. We both keep to ourselves. except when she's angry.
Mm-hmm.
I usually stay in my room a lot. She likes to go outside in the living room,
Mm-hmm.
watch my dad play his video games. I usually stay inside my room.
And what do you do when you're in your room?
I usually play Roblox or Minecraft. 'Cause I got logged out of my Minecraft.
Now, you
account.
have some game that you play on the internet or YouTube. Could you tell us what that game is all about?
Roblox?
Yeah.
It's a game that was created about like 20 years ago, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even 50. No. But it used to be very retro, sorta.
Really? Wow.
It used to be quite blocky like Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
Their heads used to be circles, which was kind of annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's completely different. You can have a male or female character, and then you can go into the catalog and change everything you want about them.
Wow. I admire your individuality, Maxine. I respect it. Good.
It's an online game. You can play with other people. You can have friends. You can be friends on Roblox with your actual friends if they have a Roblox account. Don't even try friending them if they don't have a Roblox account.
Okay.
There's a lot of games where you can build stuff.
Do you watch television at all?
Well, I do when I'm at my mom's.
What kind of programs do you enjoy?
Usually Netflix and Hulu. I like Netflix because it has all the movies I like, and Hulu has the channels that I like, so win-win.
Good.
I've also been wondering if anyone really has seen my art and if they really liked it. I mean...
Would you like to show some other examples of your art?
Yeah.
Okay,
Let me
let's
just
do that.
find one. I did a two-sided one right here.
Oh, well, hold it up to the camera. And this is a rabbit?
No, it's actually a mouse. It's a Pokemon. Its name
mouse?
is Pikachu.
Oh, wow.
And this is a very cute version, but if I turn it over, you'll see that it's very evil.
Evil mouse. Wow, it doesn't look a bit like Mickey.
Nope. Pikachu is a mouse.
Hold
Really,
it up
it's really
longer.
weird.
The audience would love to see the creation. Now, you did this when you were 9 years old or when?
I believe it was 9.
Okay, good. So you can see, Maxine. Do you have your own website yet?
No, I don't actually.
Okay, that's something to think in the future, that you could post your artwork on your website, and who knows, you may have a whole lot of fans revving up. Do you have an email?
Yes, I do have an email.
Okay, people who want to get in touch with you, where should they contact? What's your email, Maxine?
Maxine.jade@gmail.com.
Maxine.jade
Yes.
at gmail.com. Write it down. You have a new friend there.
You spell Maxine M-A-X-I-N-Z. M-A-X-Z-I-N-E, sorry.
But almost like magazine. M-A-X-Z-I-N-E. It's the Maxzine zone. It rolls off your tongue. Oh.
There was a kid in my school that called me magazine a lot, and I really hated him.
Okay. So you have to close the book on the magazine guy.
Yep.
And unstaple him.
I would have punched him if I wasn't in school.
Can't you just delete him from your life?
Well, he is moving away this year.
Good.
So
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. No more villains in your life.
there was also two other people named Brayden and Jack, which really, really, really annoyed me.
Now, you said your school is very kind,
Yeah.
but yet I bet there are a few bullies here and there.
I'd say there's around 10.
10?
There's like 100 population in my school, so that's like a 2%.
Oh,
10%.
wow. Okay, so if you were the principal of the school, make believe, what would you do to deal with the bullies? what would be your policy, your strategy?
I would probably send them home if they ever hurt someone or hurt their feelings. Because then their parents would talk to them and they would probably get very angry at them. And I would enjoy that.
Okay. Would they be getting a warning the first time, or would you send them home immediately?
After 3 times, I would send them home, and then if they did
expel.
it, and then if they did it 10 times, I'd suspend them, and then for the 20th time, I'd expel them.
Oh my gosh, you're very generous. If they go to 10, if you have to wait till 10 times.
Yeah.
If you do baseball, if you get 3 strikes, you're out. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're giving them if you have to wait till 10 times, 3 times as much and all. I want to tell you something about bullying that a lot of people don't know. The teachers originally did not know how big a problem bullying was, because a lot of it takes place outside of the classroom, in the hall or the bathroom, whatever. So one day they had a lot of, in a school near London in England, they had a lot of school supplies being stolen. They didn't know who did it. So they installed on the ceiling near the supply cabinet a hidden camera so they could catch the person or people who were stealing the school supplies. Instead, they found people bullying in the hall that they didn't know anything about. And that's how bullying became a major problem that got to the attention of teachers. So it's a very unusual way it happened. But you didn't know that. I read that someplace and all. Okay. So now I understand you sing a little bit also.
Yeah, I don't like singing on stage or anything.
So you don't want to sing a song now? No?
No, I have stage fright.
Okay, well, I mean, there's no audience here, just this is all being taped and all. But tell us a little bit about what kind of songs you sing then.
I mostly sing sweet songs, kind of like.
Yeah, such as?
I like a lot of songs that are sung a lot of songs that are sung by boys, because I have a very deep voice, as you can tell.
Could you recite, without singing, could you recite the lyrics of one of your favorite songs, Maxine?
Well, my brain doesn't like me doing that.
Doesn't like you doing that?
No, it makes me forget everything.
That means you are inhibited a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
So be it. So, but the singing you do, are you going to be performing publicly in any place? Your school?
I may do it on American's Got Talent.
Oh, that's a big jump.
Yeah.
But where are you going to warm up? Is there any place in your community in Tigard?
I think my school is going to have another talent show. I missed the last one, though.
Okay. Now, I'm trying to think of, okay, when you're in the school year, you start in September probably. By the time
We're starting August this year.
Oh, you start August, okay.
Yeah.
By the time November comes around, you like scary songs? Because you could do Halloween. You could do a Halloween concert.
I don't know much scary songs, though.
The Purple People Eater. Mama knows that one.
Purple People
Yeah, it's an old one.
That's a tongue twister.
Thanksgiving, you could do songs of things that you're thankful for. There's a song called Thank Heaven for Little Girls. It comes from the movie Gigi.
I haven't seen Gigi.
But, you know, you can at some point. That might be a cool one to do. So between now and Thanksgiving, I'll work with you if you'd like, and we'll do some Google research and come up with some songs, and you could do a Thanksgiving concert. Maybe we could even get the library to let you do a performance there. I'm sure there's a library in Tigard.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
And sometimes those libraries have community rooms that allow them to do performances, both talks and entertainment. So I'll be your secret agent 008, James Bond +1. I know, I like to do kind of interesting things. So now, what suggestions do you have for people out there in the audience who have young children or are young children watching? How should they get started in art? Give us some clues.
Well, just grab a pen, grab some paper, and put it to the paper and see how far you get.
Okay, good.
And if you don't like it, you can draw and draw and draw and keep practicing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't want to draw, I would suggest piano or the guitar. The guitar is quite nice.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds good with the piano. And I was also
Even a tambourine is
yeah.
easy to play with.
And I would also suggest the flute.
Mm-hmm.
There are many things I would suggest, but
Good.
I cannot say them all.
Now, you're a creative person. Tell us about some of your friends who are also creative. What instruments do they play, or what part of the arts are they into?
Heidi is into scary art. She draws a lot of demons. Caden, he draws a lot of comics, but his art style isn't that good. I've never told it to his face, but I would not because he's my friend. And I don't want him to feel bad about his art
Sure,
style.
so you're sensitive to other
Yes.
people's feelings. That's good.
I feel what other people can feel.
Mm-hmm.
If I say something to someone, I know what they're going to feel like because I know their personality.
Right. Do you know the word empathy?
Yes, I do know the word.
Okay, so you practice empathy.
Yep.
Good. Cool. Cool and awesome. Those are teenage words. What do you think life is going to be like when you're a teenager?
Not very different from today. Can I show a few more pictures?
Yeah, sure. Picture
there's
time.
There's a really good
We
one
have
in here. There's a really good one that I really
Let's
want to
see.
show.
We're seeing the artistic.
Aha, there it is.
We're seeing Maxzine's meanderings.
And also, I'm going to show a cute one. There's one that I actually colored in here.
Okay.
It's a very cute piece. First I would like to show the cute one.
Okay.
It's a little
Good. We only have a minute
kitten
left.
in a box.
Okay.
Kitten in a box. And then I have this one, which was drawn from us. I did not trace it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you that truth. I didn't trace it, but it was drawn. Hand drawn.
Wow.
Anyways, we should start wrapping up.
Good. Yep. Okay, so we're privileged with having Maxzine here. You have her email, maxzine.jade@gmail, so you remember it,
Gmail.com.
gmail.com. And hopefully other young people out there in the community could contact us, luckycoyne, COYNE, @yahoo.com. And we'd love to have you come on future shows. So this is Maxzine and Lee signing off and wishing you a beautiful summer to come. Bye for now.